Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Scum Singleplayer episode. So, as you all know, the 17th is when 1.0 is coming out, and Singleplayer, private servers, and official servers are getting a full wipe. Now, I've seen a few people talking about this, complaining about this, and they're not quite understanding why a full wipe is kind of necessary for this. Can I just explain it? Without people coming into the comments and be like, you're just defending Scum. No, I'm just going to tell you how it is and how this works. So, for anybody who doesn't know, my background is in software development. My background is also in websites, and I've dabbled a little bit into applications and a little bit in games. So, I have a firm grasp of what you should and should not do with code, okay? I might not be an expert with it, but I have more than enough understanding. Bear in mind, I used to do this for my job. This used to be my career path. I changed it, unfortunately. Anyway, let me just explain it like this. When you develop something that gets to the point where you go, I want to upgrade this. I want this to be better. I want this to feature something completely new. Something that is completely alien to the old way of doing things, or the old way that you used to build this thing. Now, if you're going to take this new thing, you can't just plop it on something that's old, because it's not going to communicate properly. It's not going to sit properly. It's not going to be flush. It won't bind correctly. If you're talking about in this instance of welding or something like that, it won't bind. The metals won't bind. It'll just cast it off. It'll just, no, I'm not tethering to this. Or if, for example, here's a better way of looking at it. You've got a car. You put it into the mechanic says, hey, listen, your calipers are really, really good. Your calipers are perfectly fine. But your brake pads are, they're gone. There's nothing, there's no volume left on them. You need to get these replaced. And you go, oh, but they're fine. They're fine the way they are, because you just said the caliper's fine. No, the caliper's fine. The important part of that braking system, the pad, you kind of need to replace. You're not going to keep an old thing on top of something that's completely new. Something that's brand spanking new. You need to have two new things communicate properly together. I hope that makes some sense, some semblance of sense. I've tried to explain it to people using the car thing, because a lot of people seem to understand cars more than they do software and applications and game development and stuff like that. My point is, you don't place new crucial things into something that is quite clearly obsolete, something that is old, something that is essentially just hanging on. I'm not saying that Scum's current system is hanging on, but you can't have an old system and a new system, and you can't intermingle them, because they just will not work. So when they do a full wipe, it makes sense that you want to clear out all that data, all the databases, all the cache files, all of that stuff. You need to get rid of it, because if you keep it and that new stuff gets deployed on top of it, it will be like, whoa, what is this? What is this new stuff? I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to cause a problem. I'm going to cause a conflict, because nothing is being communicated properly, and I don't understand what's going on. A lot of people say that the game has bugs, that they want this fixed, that they want that fixed, that they want these bugs crushed. The only way of doing that is by removing old data and placing new fixes on top of it. You can only fix something to the point where you go, let's rebuild it, let's remake it, and see if we can just extract the stuff that's causing the problems and just eject it out of the equation. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because I've had to explain this in so many different ways so people could understand this. The full wipe is necessary. The other thing as well, wipes are common in survival games. Rust, DayZ, various other survival games, they all wipe. Sometimes updates cause the wipe. Sometimes wipes don't even get announced when an update gets pushed forward. The fact that the devs are saying, It needs to be wiped. It does need to be wiped. Tells you that there's obviously something in the old version of Scum 0.95 that just doesn't communicate with 1.0. Now, a lot of people also don't have a semblance of trust with the devs, and I get it. I get your complaints. I get why you don't trust them, but at the same time, you kind of need to trust them because they're the ones that built the game. They're the ones that kind of built the thing that you like and that you're so passionate about. You need to allow them to at least try. You need to at least allow them to be transparent with it. And that's them being transparent with it. And that's me also answering the question of why is there going to be a full wipe. Okay, right. 4 minutes, 5 minutes of me rambling about why this game needs to wipe on private, single player and officials. Done. I hope you understand it. I hope I didn't rattle too many cages like I did with my reaction video. That rattled so many cages. Jesus Christ. Christ almighty, that rattled so many cages. Anyway, let me just show you the base. So, we have my ceiling space, my attic space right here. So, essentially, what I was planning to do before, obviously, they announced that 1.0 was going to do a fresh wipe, is what I was going to do is I was going to place, like, 4 cupboards here, like 4 cupboards in this space, 4 cupboards in here, 4 cupboards in here. And what I was going to use this was, like, extra storage, like overflow storage. This was going to be my upstairs. This is going to be, like, you know that way if you've got, like, a house and you've got an attic space or like a garage space and you go, right, I don't use this in the house, I'm going to put it upstairs because I don't want to sell it, I don't want to give it away. It's obviously too, maybe it's of significant importance, maybe it's not valuable, maybe it is valuable, you never know. But you put it up here for safe storage, or you keep it for someone, or if you've got like a son or a daughter and you've got like a sofa that you don't want to sell, I'll just keep it for when they move out, I'll give them this sofa. You know what I mean? So this is what this was going to be. This was going to be my attic space, and down here was going to be my kind of main crafting location. So I was going to place my my workshop here, so my workbench right here. I've got 2 containers right here. These have yet to be built, obviously. I've only just placed these down. And over here, I was going to make this like a weapon handling area. I was going to kind of put like little boxes over there, because if I press tab, I can actually access under there. You obviously can't see that there's boxes under there because there is none. But I was going to reach under there, grab the boxes, or maybe underneath here, and use this as like a repair desk for like guns and different types of weapons. Melee weapons, bringing them over to the improvised workbench over here, and essentially just sharpening them. So this was going to be like my crafting layer, and if we go down again, this was going to be the main layer. All of this was just going to be the main layer. This is just going to be all my main guns that I pretty much use on the regular. My clothing for going out to do different missions, my crafting items for just quickly crafting stuff together, my magazines. I've also filled out my magazines, by the way. Look at the absolute beauty of my magazines. Look at that, all neatly assorted, lovely. Sides and attachments as well. Attachments run down the right hand side, sides run down the left hand side. We've got a couple of weapons in the racks right now. So we've got our main Scar DMR right here. We also have our secondary Scar DMR right here. Bear in mind, all of this is just going to disappear. I may as well just sell all this and just go and buy some 50 caliber stuff. But I do have a week. I have a week of just playing 0.95 and playing Scum for what it is right now. So what we're going to do, at least today, is I'm going to go get a gasoline canister, or sorry, not a gasoline canister. I'm going to get a propane canister and hopefully find myself a little electrical generator as well. And oh, that as well, I've kind of done this as well. I've kind of changed the way that my base kind of works as well. So what I was hoping to do, bear in mind this was before 1.0 was obviously announced and that the full wipe was going to come into effect. This was going to be essentially my platform for my Rager, my Leica, my Volkswagen, or maybe a motorcycle or something like that. I moved my farm closer to the wall, I moved my wood storage, which was down here. It was actually conflicting with this set of steps right here. I couldn't fit it properly in this space, so I moved it. I demolished it and moved it over here and placed it right beside the well. So this is what I was gonna work with, and I was kind of gonna upgrade my my walls as well. And in time, and I was hoping that 1.0 wasn't going to come for at least till the end of June. I was going to try and kill a sentry and place a sentry turret right here. And then maybe deploy a whole bunch of puppets to try and attack my base. But from the outside, my base looks pretty cool. I like it. It's not the most safeguarded thing in the world. It's not the most unraidable thing. In fact, it's very raidable actually. It's only 2 doors and that's pretty much everything in my base. So don't copy this if you're playing a PvP server anytime soon. This will not hold up against PvP players, especially those that have C4, AT4s or RPG 7s. They will pretty much do you in with this. Obviously, unless you've got the turrets, but the turrets are very easily beaten as well, because all you have to do is throw an EMP grenade at them, and not only does the EMP grenade radius affect the turret, it also affects the generator which is powering it. So if I was to place a generator, the generator would actually be sitting right here. And that generator would be in the radius of the EMP grenade, so that would get absolutely dusted. I don't know if you can see him, but I can definitely see him. Can you see him? Look at what he's doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? You silly puppet. Oh, what a silly boy. Is there one up there as well? There's one up there as well? Well, there you go. Right. We're going to go get ourselves a... Oh, this. Oh, I've still got pistols in here that didn't even move. Dumbass. Yeah, I didn't move these. I forgot to move these. I'll just go put these on my sides. As I said, I could just sell everything in here, but I just want to leave it until it gets wiped, because that is ultimately what's going to happen very, very soon. And again, I'm not bothered by it. I know a few people are bothered by it. I understand why you're bothered by it. Don't get me wrong. I know it's annoying. I know, I get it. But I've played so many games like Scum that wipe so often. Like, at least it, like, let's be real. At least it's not Rust, which wipes like bi-weekly, tri-weekly. You know, like just every month and stuff like that. At least it's not like that. Just bear in mind that there are other games that wipe more aggressively than this game. So, what we're going to do... Wait a minute, do I have my... I don't seem to have my card. The reason why we're not moving is because I've got my finger on the spacebar right now. If I just take my finger off the spacebar, we start moving. And we're going to head to the closest town, which is literally just over here. So I'm not going to be flying for very long. Do I have any lockpick and stuff with me? Kinda do. We could lockpick some stuff here as well. A lot of the episodes that follow this week and next week are going to be very lax, very relaxed. We're not going to do anything too hectic. I was wondering what the hell just happened there. Most of the episodes are just going to be laid back and just reminiscing about 0.95. We might even look further back at older videos that I used to do as well, like older Scum videos, like 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, all that stuff. That's all on this. That's all still on the channel, and it's absolutely unbelievable that that's still there. And if you go back through those videos as well, you will see the stark difference between Scum then and Scum now. And it's actually really, really nice to see. My channel is essentially just an archive of what Scum used to be, what it developed into, and what it is now, and what it's going to be on the 17th. And that's quite cool. I'd like to think that that's a really cool thing. And that's part of me, like, literally that just came to me right there. I didn't realise this until now, but my channel, Ray's channel, we are essentially archives. Our channels are archives of this game. Growing, evolving, changing, going through bug fixes, going through like mishaps, going through like failed updates that kind of, you know, pulled it back, redeemed themselves and stuff like that. It's a massive thing. And it's... I'm not trying to get very sentimental on you, but I think it's a really cool thing. I think it's a really awesome thing. Oh, that's lights. I thought that was the door there. But yeah, I thought that was really cool that my channel is almost an archive, similar in style to, well, Scum's Twitter or Scum's YouTube channel or anyone else who makes Scum content, maybe on Twitch, maybe on Kick, maybe on what'd you call it, TikTok and stuff like that. Maybe not TikTok. Maybe not TikTok. Maybe not TikTok. It's not been around as long as Scum has. Oh, hello. Why are you in here? Why are you a military guy in here? Why are you in here? That boy is just in here, playing about with kitchen knives and parsnips. I'll let you figure that out. Let you deem that whatever way that you want to. Right, rattling. Ooh, that's a Spitfire jacket. I've not seen one of them in a little while. That's pretty cool. And of course, the entire town is out to say hello to me. Yes, yes, yes. Over you come. Over you come. Let's go. Dink! Oh, that. Oh my god, that was right in the side of her head. Yeesh. Oh, that as well. I recently uploaded a little teaser. I think you guys saw it. If you didn't see it, I'll put a little link to it. I'm going to be making Survivor account videos. Now, admittedly, these are going to be a little bit on the cusp of roleplay. I don't think many people mind that. I know a few people will be like, ugh, cringe. Well, you know what? If it's cringe, that's fine. I like it. I like doing it. I like making these things. I like to make things that are creative, something a little bit different. Don't get me wrong, I like making tutorials, I like making the single player videos, because I just get to ramble on, I just get to unleash on you guys with all of my thoughts of the moment, kind of thing. But I thought I would like to do something that's a little bit more scripted, something that's a little bit more creative in a sense, because I want to make some different videos, some different creative things. It requires a little bit of not added brain power, but a little bit extra, like, I wonder what I could flex here, like what could I do to make this thing that seems so mundane interesting? What can I do to this to make it interesting to someone who's maybe never seen it before? Maybe they've been wanting something that's based on lore, or based on accounts, or based on someone who's been playing this game for quite a substantial amount of time. Is that a puppet away over there? There's a puppet away over there at the very end of my arrow. Do you see him? There's one right there as well. I just shot her on the side of the hip. I've fallen and I can't get up. I tickle myself sometimes. But I do hope you guys enjoy those little Survivor accounts. Again, it's literally just something that I thought, I need something creative to make. I need something different. I need something that's not the single player or multiplayer. Something that's a little bit more, let me reword that. Something that allows me to keep flexing my creative muscles, essentially. Something to keep my brain proactively trying to, like, how can I do this? How can I do that? Because, again, Making videos seems fairly straightforward, at least when I do it. Because I tell everybody, it's kind of straightforward. I mean, you can literally copy my format like one for one and anybody can do this. But see, when it comes to creative stuff, you kind of have to step back and go, right, does this work? Does that work? Why does this not work? Why do I feel like this needs to be done this way? And like, you end up kind of having a conversation with yourself. And sometimes if you've got people in your life that are maybe also experienced in video editing or making creative things, or if someone else can get another set of eyes on it and give their feedback before it gets put out, it's always a cool thing. I really enjoy the process of making stuff like that, because it means that you have to go back and forward. You have to go back and forward. Does this work? Does that work? Hey, what do you think of this? Can you give me some feedback on this? Like, what is going on? Like, how can I make this better? What are your opinions, etc, etc. That's the part that I really like. Pressing the publish button is nerve-wracking. I don't think folk quite understand how nerve-wracking it can be. Like, for example, see the teaser video for the creative archival accounts. Dude, I was nervous about posting that. I'm always nervous about posting these things, because I don't know how people are going to pick it up. I mean, the reaction videos are a very good bloody example. A very good example. I'm always nervous about how's this going to be picked up, how's it going to be perceived, are people going to enjoy this? But the main question I need to kind of ask myself is, do I enjoy it? Do I like this? Do I like this thing that I'm putting a little bit of effort into? And it goes without saying, like, when you put effort into something, not a lot of people see it. A lot of people go for the short form stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a little archive for me. It's a little thing that I can reference back to. It's always like someone could probably ask me, "Hey, did you make this?" And I'm like, "Yep, I made that. I made that thing. I did that." Could you make it again? Yeah, sure, I could totally make it again. Or if I don't know, hypothetically speaking, studio approaches me, maybe Gamepires, maybe a different game studio approaches me and goes, "Hey, listen, could you make this about this game?" I'll be like, "Cool, I could do that. I could totally do that. That sounds like a lot of fun." At the end of the day, it's all fun. It's literally all fun, but there are moments where I'm like, kind of nervous about this. Kind of nervous about posting this. How are people going to take this? At the end of the day, but realistically, I should be more like, I like this. Maybe someone else will like this. And if just one person enjoys it, my mission, that's my mission accomplished. It doesn't need to be my entire subscriber base. It doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be like thousands. It can be 10 people. It can be one person. It can be just someone who's glancing by and go, "That's pretty cool." Leaving a comment, "Hey, this is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like this." My job's done. I'm satisfied. That's the only thing that I'm going for. I mean, all of my videos are improvised as well. Like, I don't have a script for these. I'm just kind of just talking at will. What comes to mind is what is being said right now. I should think about everyone else. I should think about the other 57,900 and whatever amount of subscribers that I've got. And I do think about that. But I also need to realise that not every single one of you that watches these videos, you won't always enjoy the thing that I make the next day. If that makes sense. You can like one thing today, but tomorrow you could probably dislike the thing that I make. Like, maybe I go from Scum to DayZ and some folk are going to be like, "Oh, why are you playing this? Why are you playing that game?" Because I can, because it's just a spur of the moment thing. And I suppose this comes back to me as well. I need to be analytical about this, but I don't want to be analytical about it. I just want to make videos that I enjoy. That's all I want to do. And I've had people message me, I've had people comment, hey, you should do this, you should do that. I didn't, like, fair enough. I should do that. If you think that works, I probably should do that. But it's still my channel. It's still my thing. Still mine at the end of the day. I know what goes on in the background. I know what works. Because I can see the analytics. Like, anybody can see the analytics. You can probably go to fucking Social Blade and just click on a video and be like, why did this get many views? Why didn't that get many views? And I can usually chime it up to, folk are not really interested in that. I've not really spoke about this game, this alien game, this game that I've not really featured on the channel that much. That's why it's not getting a lot of views, because realistically, I've kind of shoehorned myself into Scum, which isn't a bad thing. I can still make other videos. Bear in mind, I'm not full time. I'm not a full time content creator. I've got a 9 to 5. You guys know that. So whenever I make something, it's usually always, I like this. I like what I'm making here. This is a cool little thing. Like, I want to do more survival games. I want to do more independent survival games. I'm not saying that Scum isn't an independent or an indie game. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is, Scum has a massive following. Let's be real, it does. It does have a massive following. That can't be denied. As much as it pains people to think about, it does. It does indeed have a relatively sizable follower base. But I know games like, for example, the game that my friend Casual Guy put out, Vintage Story. I don't know if you guys have heard of this game. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. It's essentially just like super duper 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 realistic hardcore survival Minecraft. I think it started out as a Minecraft mod. I think that's what it started out as. But I posted that, and a lot of people in my Discord were like, oh my god, it's Vintage Story. People are doing stuff on Vintage Story. This is cool. This is so cool. It just so happens to be my pal Casual Guy, so everybody was like, oh, another Scottish person doing videos? So it was quite interesting to watch it, and I love my pal Casual Guy's stuff. Like, I always say it. I will always say it. He needs more. He needs more subscribers. He really does. He deserves that. Because all of his videos are so well put together. I've done stuff with him. He's done stuff with our friend group, our old friend group and stuff like that. We've done loads of stuff together. And now he's one of these professional video editors that does video editing for huge channels with like 1 million subs and stuff like that. He's done very well for himself. He's pretty much taken the thing that he enjoys the most, which is the video editing process. He's turned it into a job, which is wild to me. Because, and I'm not saying that this wasn't a dream of mine. I'm not saying it was, or it was or wasn't a dream of mine. I was definitely, when I started this channel, ouch, bitch. The reason I started this was because of a university course. It was literally a project in university. This channel. It was not. The aim was to pass a course. The aim was not to build a community. That was essential. That's the truth. That is the bare bones truth of that. I did not become what I am now because I wanted to. I did it because folk kept asking for things, and I was like, I can do that. I can give you that. I can definitely do that. Bear in mind, this is back when I used to be a Life is Feudal challenge. Or channel, sorry, challenge. Still thinking about other things that I'm wanting to do today. When I used to be a Life is Feudal channel, it was essentially just It was literally just a channel to talk about Life is Feudal, like tutorials, like how to do things, how to craft things, how to do all that cool stuff in that game that I used to love. I still do like it, I still love it. You'll probably never see a video from me on that game again because it's just, it's stagnated. There's no updates to it, there's no one pushing it forward, there's nothing like that going through it. So it's stagnating in what was left behind, really. It's still alive in the sense that there's still servers and stuff like that, but it's definitely not what it used to be. The community's gone. They've fractured. They've gone to do different things, which is totally understandable. There's always new games out there that you want to go and try, and maybe another game does it better than Scum, or another game does it better than Life is Feudal. And unfortunately for me, Scum did what Life is Feudal did better, and that's why I'm here. So, and I referenced that video, that video that kind of shaped or changed the way that I do things, because funnily enough, I used to be very script heavy, very script heavy on my videos, but now I just do them improvised. I just talk, and people like that, which is baffling because you're listening to me, of all people. Of all the folk that you could be listening to, you're listening to me. I don't know whether if that's an insult or if that's like a bit, if that's something nice or something that folk like. I know for a fact that my partner definitely likes listening to me because she's even said this, and I'm sure a lot of people have also said this in the past, that when I talk, it's calming, it's reassuring, and it somehow manages to put folk to sleep, especially those that have trouble sleeping. So, for anyone out there that's still listening to my videos, going to sleep, shh, it's time to sleep. That just sounded creepy at that point, but I've kind of went off the off on a tangent here, and I'm not kind of looking for what I was supposed to be looking for. Bitch. Aye, Ben. Right, we are supposed to be looking for an electrical generator, and we're supposed to be looking for things for the cooking side of Scum. We are not doing that. I am not doing that. It's quite clearly evident because I started talking and I couldn't shut up. Right, we're gonna go to the garages. We're gonna go find hopefully a propane canister or a, well, there's none in here, or an electrical generator. Small or large, I am not fussy at all, and it looks as though I may have to dip out of here and go to the next town. I've also kind of enabled the view bobbing a little bit. You can kind of notice it when I'm running here. I've enabled it because I thought, I don't want to look as though I'm just gliding across the floor. It looks more realistic when you've got the head bob. It's not too severe. I've made sure it's not too severe because I know for a fact a lot of people don't actually like it. But it is there. It's subtle, but it's still there. That's a seat. My character is breathing through his ass because he's got a backpack full of guff. There's a wee dirt bike. Speaking of dirt bikes, actually, my dirt bike is still out somewhere. A rager door. I think that's all the garages in this area. And there's also one other. Oh, you know what we should do? Do you know what we should just do? We should just go to the trader and just get some fuel and stuff. Because I don't know where I've misplaced my. I don't know if I've misplaced my card or if I've left it back at the base. I don't know what I've done with it. I remember using it. I don't remember placing it anywhere. But the fact that it's not in my jacket pocket is worrying. Either I've moved it with a. Hey, there's a pup out there. I've either moved it with my my jacket and I've replaced my jacket, or I've literally moved it and it's just somewhere else. Okay. Big bag goes in there. Big Feudal goes in here. There we go. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the C sector trader, because it's closest. And I'll see how much money I've got on me. I mean, I've got 23,000 on me. Let's see what we can buy up here. I feel like buying something. I'll buy some gasoline. I'll definitely buy some gasoline. And I think I'll get myself... I'll redeem my card as well. I'll redeem my classic card. I could get my gold card, to be quite honest. So if I get my gold card, I can cash in the gold here. That's totally what I could do. Let's cash in the gold, because we're not going to use it. A full wipe takes away all your gold and all your money. Let's do that. Let's cash in our gold. Let's see how much we'll get for it. I think it's 1,500 for every gold piece. So we might get 20 something thousand, maybe? 20 something thousand added to this. Might get 50 grand. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we've got enough fuel. Oh, we're actually right above the C2 bunker right there. Go upside down. Cut back on the throttle. See that green line? Oh, see that green line right there? That's actually shallows that you can... Oh, this wind is pushing me. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, that green line of weeds is actually shallows, so you can actually walk across, or you can leave that way as well. There's actually 2 ways, 3 ways off this island. Good thing it's PV. Good thing it's the trader zone. There we go. Jump out of here. Keep the plane sheltered. And we'll grab this backpack. And we'll run into the banker and see what we can get. Run this way. There should be an entrance right here. There it is. Banker is in this building right here. Let's see if we can get our card back. Fine sir, I would like to get my card back.
Welcome to the most secure place on the island.
Yup. My cards. I want a gold card. Yep. I'm going to do the easiest pin that you can think of. We want to sell the gold. Oh! Gold amount. One. Oh, it's only worth 750. Oh, look at that! The currency of it actually. Why did it go all the way up there? Yeah, I guess we're only going to get 750 for them, so still 19. So we're getting 14 grand. Yep. Deposit. We do have. Oh, did we? Did I not have that money? Where did I put that money? Ugh. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Right, we've now got 33,000. So let's go about. Let's sell some stuff. We'll go to the general goods and we'll just mass sell most of this stuff here. We'll go over to the armorer as well, and we'll sell stuff there too.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to let's see what you have.
I have lots of things. I think you shall enjoy them, you absolute freak. Take that. Selling everything, by the way. I'm just blanket selling everything. Definitely not the stuff that that sells for 0 though. Seems a wee bit redundant to do that. Yeah. Sell all of that and feed it into my bank. 34,000, that's pretty good. Go. Get that sugar. He doesn't want that stuff because obviously that's just miscellaneous stuff. Okay. Let's go over to our lovely pink-haired lady.
New clientele. You want something to... I can take a look if you have something.
Take off of my hands. Transfer straight to my bank. There's an onion for you.
Hit me up when you need a refill, sugar. Come back.
Don't you call me sugar. I'm a taken man. Okay, take this, take that, take this, take that, take this, and that. We're gonna go to the armorer next. Backpack's looking a little bit empty now. Because it is. Armorer should be just at the front here. What we can do is we can definitely have a look and see
What's up?
how much a Barrett 50 caliber would be. So it's under rifles.
Obviously.
That's the SVD. Oh. Oh. Grenade launchers. Can't get a grenade launcher. LMGs. M249's locked. Assault. That's locked. M8. Oh, we can't buy an M82A1. Okay. Can we buy 50 BMG? We can't even buy 50 BMG, so we need to go and find it.
That thing registered? Kidding. Nobody cares.
You're right, nobody cares, and I do not care what you have to say, sir. Right, cool. Backpack is nice and empty.
Guns come unloaded. Security reasons.
What kind of guns do you actually have? So I can buy a VHS-2, I can buy an ASVAL or VS or M16 or an AKM. Can't buy a SCAR locked? Oh, maybe because of the fame requirement. Maybe because of the fame requirement. Or maybe because of the quests maybe? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Buy a crossbow. What about SMG? Oh, we can buy every type of SMG though. Oh my god, we could buy a UMP45. We could buy a MAC-10. We could buy an MP5K. We can definitely buy an M249. We can't buy the RPK unfortunately, which is a wee bit of a shame. What about assault? Right, we've done the assault stuff. What about rifles? We can do a Kar98K. We can do a Mosin M1 Grand. We can actually buy an op, surprisingly enough. Now, we do have op magazines back at the house. I don't know if I want anything out of here. I don't think I want anything out of here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some fuel. And then we're going to head back out. Still kind of... That's the most amount of money I've ever actually garnered in this game. 35,000.
All right, Terry. You either buy or get lost.
You're a cheerful one. Yeah, absolutely. Crab it, get. Take that, and I want to take that in my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, baldy nappered bugger. For anybody who doesn't know, napper is a head. Is your napper is your head. You get a sore napper, you've got a sore head. You're a baldy nappered head, or a baldy nappered guy, you're a baldy headed guy. Like a wee bit like Ray. Hi Ray. But napper, N-A-P-P-E-R, napper. So if you ever use it out in the street, just remember it's the... Or if you use it yourself, like I've got a sore napper. My napper's killing me. Just a couple of examples, you know what I mean? Right, Phil from container, my guy is actually breathing through his anus. Phil from container. My god, he is really struggling, isn't he? Ah, that would explain why. That would explain the reason why he is breathing through his anus. Because he is dehydrated. We're going to hydrate and then we're going to head out. But aye, base is looking pretty good. We explained why we need the full wipe and we've yet to find an electrical... There's a town right there. We could just fly over there. Because there are garages over there. I believe there's also a police station over there. And I'm going to refill my canteen right here. Fill canteen. Yep. Lovely fresh water. Put this in there. There we go. And get that back on. Let's go over to that wee town over there. Let's see what we can do. Ooh. Wonder where... Oh, I could probably land over there. There's a castle up there. I keep forgetting that castle exists. Let's be careful about this. So we're gonna feed it right between. Okay, maybe not the best place to land. Maybe we change locations. We change to a different location. I haven't been to the dam in a good while. Let's see what the dam has to offer. Now, I would fly underneath. I would fly through the gaps, but I'm not that brave. I did it once, never doing it again. And up and down. Okay, we land back there. So I'll do a little turny turn. There we go. There we go. We're good. Now turn them round. Turn them round. Round we go. What's going on with the fucking lights? That is one of the most imposing POIs in this game. Look at the fucking size of this place. It still baffles me just how good they get the sense of scale in this game. Look at that thing. Look, there's the sentry. And there's the size of the dam. Like, walking side by side with a sentry. Obviously that thing is like 2 prisoners stacked on top of each other. Look at the fucking size of the dam. Okay, folks. I'm going to stop it here. Next episode, we're going to walk into the dam and do some collecting. I feel like doing some collecting. And by the looks of it, it's not legacy sentries anymore. It is now the black sentries. This is going to be dangerous. This is going to be fun. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed today's episode, leave a thumbs up on this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you've been enjoying this series and you're looking forward to 1.0, consider subscribing and ring the little bell, select all, and you'll be updated with the latest Scum video on this channel, as well as a Sunday night live stream, which starts between 6 and 7 PM UK. We go for about 3-4 hours playing the likes of Scum and a variety of other survival games, so if that is your jam, love to see you there. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go away, probably get this teaser posted out, and I'll see you all another time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.